So what happened?
Nothing.
Dad?
What?
Tell me.
I just did. Nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
Nothing at all. Just you bursting in as though something had happened, but nothing happened. Nothing at all.
Nothing happened.
Nothing.
She just called me.
So, what does that prove?
She left in tears.
Ooh.
Oh, you can't go on behaving like this.
What? It's my apartment, isn't it? I mean, this is incredible. I have no idea who she is, this woman. I've never asked her for anything.
She's there to help you.
Oh, to help me do what? I don't need her or anyone else.
Well, she told me you called her a little bitch. And all kinds of other things.
Me?
Yes.
Could be. I don't remember.
She was in tears.
What? Just because I called her
No, because you... Apparently you...
What, me?
Yes, with a curtain rod.
With a curtain rod? Oh, what is this nonsense?
That's what she told me. She told me you threatened her physically.
Oh, this woman is raving mad. And, I mean, with a curtain rod? Can you see me doing that? I mean, obviously, she has no idea what she's talking about. Physically with a... No, best if she does leave. Believe me, she's raving mad. Best if she does leave, especially as...
As what?
Listen, if you must know, I suspect she was...
She was what?
Listen, I didn't want to tell you.
She was what, Dad?
She was stealing from me.
Isabel?
Yes.
Of course not. What are you talking about?
I'm telling you, she stole my watch.
Your watch?
Yes.
Isn't it more likely you just lost it?
No, listen, I already had my suspicions. So I set a trap for her. I left the watch somewhere out in the open to see if she'd take it.
Well, where? Where did you leave it?
Somewhere. Can't remember. All I know is that now it's nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. I can't find it. There's your proof. That girl stole it from me. I know it. So, yes, maybe I called her, like you said. All right, it's possible. Maybe I got a bit annoyed. All right, if you like. But really, Anne, with a curtain rod, raving mad, I'm telling you. Oh, what's the matter?
I don't know what to do.
About what?
We have to talk, Dad.
Well, that's what we're doing, isn't it?
I mean, seriously. This is the third one.
Oh, I told you I don't need her or anyone else. I can manage perfectly well on my own.
Well, she wasn't easy to find, you know. It's not that easy. I thought she was really good. A lot of good qualities. And now she doesn't want to work here anymore.
You're not listening to what I'm saying. That girl stole my watch, Anne. I've had that watch for years, forever. It's of sentimental value. I'm not going to live with a thief.
Have you looked in the kitchen cupboard?
What?
In the kitchen cupboard behind the microwave, where you hide your valuables?
How do you know?
What?
How do you know?
I just know, that's all. Have you looked there for your watch?
Yes, I think so.
Dad, you have to understand I can't come every day.
Oh, who's asking you to?
It's the way it is. I can't leave you on your own.
What are you talking about? You're just being insulting.
No, it's not insulting. You have to accept the idea that you need someone, if only to do your shopping, not to mention the other stuff. I'm not going to be able to do it anymore.
Have you been in my cupboard?
What?
And tell the truth. Have you been in my cupboard?
No.
Well, then how do you know that that I sometimes, with my valuables, yes, how do you know?
I don't remember. I must have opened it by accident. Oh, where are you going? I didn't touch anything, Dad. Don't worry. Can you hear me, Dad? I didn't touch anything. We can't go on like this. We just can't. Not like this. It's impossible. Why can't you understand? Oh, you found it.
Found what?
Your watch.
Oh, yes.
You realize Isabel had nothing to do with it.
Only because I did it. Luckily, just in time. Otherwise, I'd be here talking to you with no means of knowing what time it is. It's 5 o'clock if you're interested. Myself, I am interested. Pardon me for living. I need to know exactly where I am throughout the day. You know, I've always had this watch. If I were to lose it, I'd never recover.
Have you taken your pills?
Yes, but why? Oh, you're looking at me as though something were wrong. And everything's fine. The world is turning. You've always been like that, a worrier, even when there's no reason. You're like your mother. Your mother was like that, always scared, always looking for reasons to be scared. But that's not the way the world works. All right. You say that there's this kind of that the shadows are closing in, hmm? But mostly, no. You see what I'm trying to say? That's what you've got to understand. Now, your sister, she was much more, much less. I mean, she didn't worry about every little thing. She let me be. Where is she, by the way?
I'm going to have to move, Dad.
Move? You mean...
Live somewhere else.
Right. Why not? That sounds good.
I'm going to have to leave Paris.
Really? Why?
We talked about this. Do you remember?
So is that the reason why you are so set on this nurse coming and living with me? Is that the reason, Aunt? Well, obviously it is. The rats are leaving the ship.
I won't be here, Dad. You have to understand that.
You're leaving, but when? I mean, why?
I've met somebody.
You?
Yes.
You mean a man?
Yes.
Really?
Well, you needn't sound so surprised.
No, it's just that since you're, what was his name?
Antoine.
Yes, that's right. You have to admit that since Antoine, there hasn't been a whole lot of, what's he do anyway?
He lives in London. I'm going to go and live there.
What? You in London? Oh, you're not gonna do that. Oh, yeah, Anne, I mean, wake up. It never stops raining in London. Well, what does he do anyway? Have I met him?
Yes, you've met him.
Are you sure?
Yes, Dad, lots of times.
So, if I understand correctly, you're leaving me, is that it? You're abandoning me.
Dad!
What's going to become of me, hmm? Why can't he come and live in Paris?
He works over there.
What about your job?
I can work from home. I don't need to be in Paris.
I see.
You know, it's important to me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be going. I really love him. I'll come back and see you often, on the weekends. But I can't leave you here all on your own. It's not possible. That's why if you refuse to have a helper, I'm going to have to...
So what? So what?
You have to understand, Dad.
You're going to have to what? Anne, you're going to have to what? Oh, I've got to find that lawyer's number and call him. No, I haven't lived all these years to be treated like this. No, I've got to phone. Yes, a lawyer. My own daughter.
Everything all right?
What? Sorry?
Everything all right?
Well, what are you doing here? What are you doing in my apartment?
Sorry?
What are you doing here?
Andre, it's me, Pierre.
Who?
Don't you recognize me? It's
What?
me, Pierre.
What are you doing here? What are you doing in my apartment?
I live here.
You live here.
Yes.
What is this nonsense? That's the best part yet.
I'm gonna phone Ann. Your daughter?
Yes, I do know who my daughter is. Thank you. Do you know her? You a friend of hers? I'm speaking to you. Do you know Anne?
I'm her husband.
You are?
Yes.
Her husband? But for how long?
Coming up on 10 years.
Yes. Yes, of course. Obviously. 10 years already. Why, time passes so quickly. I thought that... didn't you... Or aren't you separated?
Who? Anne and me?
Yes, aren't you?
No.
But I mean, are you sure? I mean, are you sure?
Yes, Andre.
But this business about going to England, wasn't she supposed to go to London to, wasn't she?
Hello, darling. Yeah, it's me. Tell me, will you be done soon? No problem. It's just your father isn't feeling very well, and I think he'd like to see you. All right, fine. No, we'll wait for you. No. All right, see you. Don't be too long. No, lots of love. She'll be here soon. She's just out shopping. She's coming right back.
She told me she was going to go to London. She told me the other day.
London?
Yes.
What was she going to do in London?
Oh, she's met an Englishman.
Anne?
Yes.
I don't think so, Andre.
Yes, she has. She told me the other day. I'm not an idiot. She told me she was going to move there to live with him. I even remember telling her it was a stupid idea because it never stops raining in London. You don't know about this?
No.
Oops!
What?
Have I put my foot in it? Oh, I put my foot.
No, don't worry. She hasn't mentioned it to me, but I'm sure she was intending to soon.
So you don't know anything about the Englishman?
No.
Oops a daisy! Oh, never mind. Listen, chin up. Listen, they all end up leaving you sooner or later. I speak from experience.
You want something to drink while we're waiting for her? A glass of water? Fruit juice?
No, but... what was I going to say? Oh, yes, it's come back to me.
What?
It's about that girl.
What girl?
You know, that nurse.
Laura?
I've forgotten her name. That girl your wife is always trying to stick me with. Yes, a nurse. You know about this? As if I wasn't capable of looking after myself. She told me I needed the help of this when I can manage perfectly well on my own, even if she had to go abroad. I don't know why she persists in... look at me. No. Take a good look at me.
Pierre?
Yes, that's right, Pierre. Take a good look at me. I can still manage on my own, can't I? I mean, I'm not completely... Am I? I'm not completely... Am I? Look, I still have the use of my arms, and my legs, and my hands. In fact, it all works wonderfully. Yes? You agree? Of course you agree. But her, I don't know where she gets this obsession. It's a stupid obsession. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. In truth, she's never known how to evaluate a situation properly. That's the problem. She's been that way ever since she was little. The truth is, she's not very bright. You agree? Not very intelligent. She gets that from her mother.
I think she tries to do the best she can for you, Andre.
Oh, the best she can. The best she can. I never asked her for anything. She's cooking something. I don't know what it is, but she's cooking something. She's cooking something up. That I do know. I suspect she wants to put... Yes, she wants to put me in a home. Yes, that's what she has. She has that in the back of her mind. I've seen the signs. She almost came out with it the other day. But let me make one thing perfectly clear. I am not leaving my apartment. I'm not leaving it.
This isn't your apartment, Andre.
Sorry?
If you remember, you moved here. I mean, you moved to our place while you were waiting
What?
for... Yes. while you were waiting for a new helper to be found because you had a fight with the last one, with Isabel.
Did I?
Yes. Don't you remember?
Oh.
That's why you're staying at our place while you wait.
So, Antoine.
Pierre?
Yes. You're saying I'm in your place?
Yes.
Oh, now I've heard everything.
Oh, there. I was as quick as I could be. Is everything all right? What's happening?
Nothing much. It's just your father seemed a bit confused, and I think he wanted to.
What?
Didn't you? I think he wanted to see you.
Is something wrong? Are you all right, Dad? Dad? Yes?
Well, what is this nonsense?
Well, what are you talking about?
Where's Anne?
Sorry?
Anne, where is she?
Well, I'm here, Dad. I'm here. I went to do some shopping, and now I'm back. I'm here. Everything's all right.
I see. What did you buy?
Oh, a chicken. Does that sound good? Are you hungry?
Why not?
Look, let me have it. I'll go and fix everything, all right?
Thanks. Pierre called. He said that you weren't feeling very well.
I feel fine. Except, well, there's something that doesn't make sense about all this, I mean.
Oh, what?
It's difficult to explain. It's difficult. You wouldn't understand.
Try me.
No.
You look worried.
Me?
Yes. You look worried. Is everything all right?
Everything's fine. It's
just what?
I was just standing here looking for a telephone number when suddenly your husband arrived.
Who?
Your husband.
What husband?
Well, your husband, not mine, my dear.
Antoine?
Your husband.
Dad, I'm not married.
Sorry?
I got divorced more than 5 years ago. Have you forgotten?
What? Well, then who's he?
Who?
Are you doing this on purpose? I'm talking about him who just left with the chicken.
The chicken? What are you talking about?
Right here. Just a minute ago, did you not hand over a chicken to someone? The chicken. A minute ago, you were holding a chicken, were you not? A chicken! A chicken!
What chicken? What are you talking about, Dad?
Oh, I'm worried about you, Anne.
Of me?
Yes, believe me, I'm worried about you. Don't you remember? Oh, she doesn't remember. Are you having memory lapses or what? You need to go and see someone, my dear. I'm talking about something that happened not 2 minutes ago. I could have timed it. Yes, not 2 minutes ago. I could have timed it about a chicken for dinner which you bought.
Dad, I think you're mistaken. There's no one in the kitchen.
Well, that's very peculiar. He was there 2 minutes ago.
Who? Dad!
He's vanished. We must be hiding somewhere.
The man with the chicken.
Your husband. Why are you smiling? Why are you smiling?
Nothing, I'm sorry.
All this nonsense is driving me crazy.
Oh, now calm down.
Well, you want me to calm down?
Yes, come over here and sit down.
There's something funny going on, man. There's something funny going on.
Come over here and sit down. Come on. Now, don't worry. Everything will sort itself out.
I don't know.
Yes, it will. Don't worry. Have you taken your pills?
What's that got to do with anything?
Let's take your pills. The evening dose. Then you'll feel better.
It's been going on for some time now. Strange things going on around us. Haven't you noticed? There was this man claiming this wasn't my apartment. A really unsympathetic looking man. A bit like your husband, only worse. In my apartment, you understand what I'm saying? It just takes the cake, don't you think? In my apartment. He told me. But this is my apartment, isn't it, Anne? This is my apartment, isn't it? Tell me, Anne, this really is my apartment, isn't it?
No, I'm expecting her any minute. I know, I hope things will work out this time. Yes, you can't imagine how difficult it is sometimes. The other day he didn't even recognize me. I know, lucky you were there. Yes. No, I can't see any other solution. Oh, there's the bell. Yes, it must be her. Yes, I've got to go, all right? Lots of love. Me too. Me too. Hello.
Hello, not too late, am I?
No, not at all. Come in.
Thanks.
I was expecting you. Come in. Thanks for coming today.
That's okay.
My father's in his room. I'll go get him. Would you like something to drink?
Oh, no thank you.
Okay, make yourself comfortable. So yes, as I was telling you, well, he's a bit upset by the whole idea of some...
That's okay.
Yes, and that can cause him to... Anyway, I think he's a bit annoyed with me. I'm telling you this just to warn you that he's capable of reacting unexpectedly.
Has he lived on his own up to now?
Yes, in an apartment not too far from here. It worked. I was able to look in on him practically every day. But eventually, we've had to come to another arrangement. It wasn't viable anymore.
I understand.
He had several helpers, one after another, but he had difficulty getting along with them. He has his ways. He can be quite eccentric. Yes, quite eccentric. And that's why I moved him in here with me. I thought it would be better for him. But I can't manage him on my own. It's too much for me, and I have to work, and I have to... Well, that's why I need someone to help me. Go check on him.
Did I hear the bell?
You did, Dad. I'd like you to meet Laura.
How do you do, sir?
I explained to you that Laura was going to come by today so you could meet.
Hello.
Hello.
You're, gorgeous.
Thank you.
Do we know each other? We do know each other, don't we?
No, I don't think so.
Are you positive?
Yes, I think
Your
so.
face is familiar.
Is it?
Yes, are you sure? I have the definite impression I've met you before.
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, so Laura's come by to see us to get a bit of an idea of how you live and to see to what extent she might be able to help you.
I know, dear. I know. You told me 100 times. My daughter has a tendency to repeat herself. You know what that's like. It's an age thing. Would you like something to drink?
Oh, you're very kind, but no thank you.
Are you sure? Maybe an aperitif. It must be about time for an aperitif. What time is it? Just a minute. I'll be right back.
He's going to look for his watch.
Oh.
Yes, he's a very punctual man. Even if he is in his pajamas in the middle of the afternoon.
Perhaps he's been having a siesta.
I expect so, yes.
In any case, he's charming.
Yes, not always, but most of the time, yes. He's charming. Like I said, he has his ways.
Well, that's good.
Just as I was saying, time for an aperitif. I have 2 watches. I've always had 2. One on my wrist and the other one in my head. It's always been that way. Would you like something to drink?
Dad.
What? I'm allowed to offer our guests something, aren't I? What would you like?
What are you going to have?
Ooh, a small whiskey.
I'll take the same.
Excellent! So, 2 whiskeys. 2. I'm not offering you one, Anna. She never drinks alcohol. Never.
It's true.
Never! Not a drop. That's why she seems so...
So what?
sober. Her mother was the same way. Her mother was the soberest woman I've ever met. Whereas her little sister, well, it was quite another story.
You have 2 daughters?
Yes! Even though I hardly ever hear from the other one, Elise. Even so, she was always my favorite. I don't know why I never hear from her. Do you ever hear from her? Dazzling girl, a painter, an artist. Here's your whiskey.
Thank you.
Cheers. Oh, I'd give everything I own for a glass of whiskey. Don't you think?
Well, I don't own all that much.
Oh, you don't? What do you do for a living?
I look after other people.
Other people?
Yes, that's my job. I help people who need help.
Oh, that sounds like one of those girls you're always trying to stick me with. Oh, my goodness. Must be a difficult job. I mean, spending all day with some... Am I right? Oh, God, I couldn't stand it.
What about you? What did you do for a living?
I was a dancer.
You were?
Yes!
Dad,
What?
you were an engineer.
Oh, what do you know? Tap dancing was my specialty.
Really?
Oh, yes. You seem surprised.
Oh, yes, a bit.
Why? Can't you imagine me as a tap dancer?
Of course, I've always loved tap dancing.
Oh! You as well! Oh, I'm still great at it. I'll have to give you a demonstration sometime.
I'd love that.
Why are you laughing?
Oh, nothing. Sorry.
You didn't believe me.
Of course I did. It's just...
It's just what?
Just, the whiskey.
Oh, I know. I know who you remind me of. I know who she reminds me of.
Who?
Elise. Yes, Elise. When she was her age.
Elise?
Yes, my other daughter, the younger one. She's an angel, don't you think?
I don't know.
Yes, there's a resemblance.
Maybe slightly.
There's a resemblance, yes.
There is?
Yes, your habit of, that unbearable habit of laughing inanely. I had you there, didn't I? Oh, that's just the way I am. I like to catch people by surprise. It's a special brand of humor. Come, sit down here. Sit down here. Let me tell you. You see, the situation's quite simple. I've been living in this apartment, for a long time now. I've been very happy to it here, and I'm very attached to it. I bought it more than 30 years ago. I mean, can you imagine? You weren't even born then. It's a very nice apartment, very comfortable, and I've been very happy here. In short, my daughter is very interested in it.
What are you talking
Now,
about,
let me
Dad?
explain the situation. My daughter is of the opinion that I can't manage on my own. So she's moved in with me, ostensibly to help me with this man she met not long ago, shortly after her divorce, who has a very bad influence on her, I have to tell her.
Look, what are you
And
talking
now
about, Dad?
she wants to convince me that I can't manage on my own. I suppose the next step will be to cart me off to, I don't know, although you know, I do, I know. Yes, obviously it will be a much more efficient way of getting a hold of my apartment.
Dad.
But it's not going to happen that way. I may as well tell you. Yes, I don't intend on going anywhere anytime soon. That's right, you heard me. I intend to outlive you. Yes, to outlive both of you. Yes, to outlive both of you. Well, I don't know about you, but my daughter, definitely. I shall make a point of it. I'm going to inherit from her, not the other way around. On the day of her funeral, I shall give a little speech to let everyone know and remind them how heartless and manipulative she is.
I'm very sorry.
Why? She understands completely. You're the one who doesn't understand. I've been trying to explain this to her for months, but she refuses to listen. Refuses. So, since you're here, and your job is to help other people, and perhaps you can help explain to her that I don't need anybody's help and that I am not leaving this apartment. All I want is for people to grow up and leave me alone. If you'd have the kindness to explain that to her, I would be most grateful to you. There we are. Having said that, it was a pleasure. I'll be leaving you.
When you said he had his ways, you weren't kidding.
No, I'm very sorry about this.
No, don't be. It's normal for him to behave like that.
No, I'm very sorry.
Don't worry. Everything will turn out fine. I'm certain of it. Don't worry. Everything will turn out fine.
You think so? I was so tired that I couldn't get to sleep. So I got up and I went into his room, Dad's room. He was asleep. He looked like a child. His mouth was open. He was at peace, so peaceful. And then I don't know what came over me, a kind of wave of hatred, and I put my hands around his throat. Gently, I could feel his pulse beneath my hands like little butterflies. And then I squeezed my hands, squeezed them very hard. He didn't open his eyes. He didn't close his mouth. It was just living through one bad moment. 1 minute, hardly that. One bad moment. Still. But it was curiously pleasant and still. When I relaxed the pressure, when I took my hands away, I sensed that he was no longer breathing and that it was over at last. It was as if the butterflies had flown. Yes, he had a slight smile. He was dead. He was dead, but I had the impression that he was thanking me. No, it went well, I think. She said she'd start tomorrow.
Here.
Yes.
Good.
Oh, we'll see how she adjusts on the first day. Oh, I was so afraid it wouldn't go well. But in the end, it was fine. He was charming.
Yeah, then there you go. You see?
Yes, she seems very sweet and very competent. He turned on the charm for her.
Oh, yes?
Yes, you should have seen it. He told her he'd been a dancer. A tap dancer.
No.
Yes, she started to laugh. And I don't mean in a mocking way. There was something kind about her. I was relieved. I don't know how to describe it to you. Well, as if she was going to be able to, as if the two of them were going to get on really well. He said she reminded him of Elise.
Oh, yes? How old is she?
I don't know, 30, something like that.
Was she pretty?
Why? Are you interested?
What's the matter with you?
With me?
Yes, you seem odd. If it went well, then that's good news, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Well, then what's the matter with you?
It's just...
What?
Just now, when you didn't recognize me, when I went down to buy the dinner, I don't know. It did something to me.
I understand.
I'm finding it so hard.
Come here, let me give you a hug.
He saw it in his eyes. He didn't recognize me, not at all. I was like a stranger to him.
You're gonna have to get used to it.
I can't.
I think you can. I think you're managing very well.
You're wrong. And sometimes I think I'll never manage to. And he keeps talking about Elise, and I don't know what to say when he starts. I'm lost.
Come here.
I had a terrible nightmare the other night. I dreamt that I was strangling him. Did you put the chicken in the oven?
Yes, it'll be ready in 10 minutes. Hungry?
No. Did you have a good day? Dad, dinner will be ready in 10 minutes. Does that suit you?
Yes, dear, suits me. Suits me fine, but... hello?
You hungry, Dad?
Yes, thank you, but we're having guests this evening?
No, why?
Nothing.
Anyway, nothing special, really. A couple of meetings, nothing special. Still waiting on Simon's answer. It always takes longer than you expect. Anyway, hopefully they'll sign by the end of the month. What about you?
I told you, Laura came by. Didn't she, Dad? Laura came to see us just now.
Who?
Laura, the young woman who came to see us
Yes,
just now.
yes.
I've been here since then.
Didn't do any work.
Not really. I've been with Dad.
Has anyone seen my watch? I can't seem to find it.
Again?
I've been looking for it for some time now.
You must have put it in your cupboard, don't you think? In your hiding place?
What? What are you talking about? I don't know what she's talking about. There's no cupboard. No cupboard. I don't know what she's talking about. Could you be more discreet?
Have you looked in your cupboard?
Yes, I've just come from there. It's not there. Either I've lost it or else it's been stolen.
No, it hasn't.
Well, what do you mean, no, it hasn't? I mean, the watch has to be somewhere. It can't have just flown away. So why do you say, no, it hasn't? Well, it might very well have been stolen. My watch.
You want me to go and look?
Very much. If it's not a bother. Because it's a worry. I'm worried. I'm losing all my things. Everyone's just helping themselves. You know, if this keeps up much longer, I'll soon be stark naked. Stark naked, and I won't even know what time it is.
I'll be back, Dad.
Am I disturbing you?
Sorry.
I'm not disturbing you, am I?
No.
Might you have the time?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Well, what time is it exactly?
Almost 8.
Oh, that late. Shouldn't we be sitting down to dinner?
Yes, as soon as the chicken's ready, in 10 minutes.
We're having chicken for dinner?
Yes, the one Ann just bought.
It's pretty, your watch. It's pretty. Is it yours? I mean, is it yours?
Yes.
May I see it?
Well, apparently it went very well today.
Oh, yes. What?
Your meeting with the helper.
Oh, yes. Very well, very well. She's very...
Well, apparently she looks like Elise.
Is that right?
I don't know. I haven't seen her.
No, it went very well. I mean, Anne seemed pleased. It's mostly for... I don't really need her. I mean, it was mostly for... might I see your watch?
You know what? You're right. It's important for her that this work out. She's been very worried about you, you know. It makes her very unhappy when you fight with the... Anyway, let's hope that it works out well this time. That you'll be pleased with this girl, that you welcome her a little more warmly. What is it about my watch?
Nothing. Nothing. I just wanted to check if, did you buy it?
Sorry.
I mean, was it a present or did you buy it?
I bought it. Why?
I don't suppose you kept the receipt.
What are you talking about?
Well, for your watch.
I was talking about Anne.
Oh, do you know her? Oh, that's right. You're her, yes, that's right. You're her, I'm her father.
Oh!
Oh, yes. Pleased to meet you. I suppose we'll be seeing quite a bit of each other now that you're, I mean, if it lasts. I mean, I don't know why, but as for me, she and I never really hit it off. You know what I'm saying?
Why are you saying that?
Well, I'm just telling you. We never really hit it off. You know, not like Elise, my other daughter. Now she was marvelous, but I haven't seen her for months. She's traveling, I think. She's going around the world. She's been very successful. I can't blame her. A painter. She's a painter, so obviously. But I'd be so happy if she would come and visit me. I'd take her in my arms and we'd be glued to one another like we were when she was little. And she used to call me Daddy. That's what she used to call me when she was little. Nice, isn't it? Daddy.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes?
But I want an honest answer. Nothing fancy. Can you do that for me?
Yes?
Well then, how much longer do you intend to hang around getting on everybody's tits?
I need to talk to you, Dad.
Good start.
Why do you say that?
My dear, when someone says, I need to talk to you, it's usually because they have something unpleasant to say, don't you think?
No, not necessarily.
So? What was it you wanted to say?
Never mind. Nothing. I've spoken to Pierre.
Pierre,
Pierre, Dad. I've spoken to him.
your husband.
No, Pierre's not my husband, Dad. I'm divorced.
Make up your mind.
I divorced Antoine 5 years ago. I'm now living with Pierre. He's the man I'm living with.
I don't care for him, that fellow. He's unsympathetic. Don't you think? I don't care for him.
He's not a fellow, Dad. He's the man I love. Anyway, I've spoken to him, and remember at first when you came to our place, it was a temporary solution. You remember? It was a stopgap because you had that fight with Isabel. But how can I put this? I was wondering if it wouldn't be better. You're comfortable in your room, aren't you? You're comfortable in your room at the back.
Yes.
Yes, you seem comfortable there. That's what I thought. And I was wondering if it wouldn't be more reassuring and nicer for you if we came to a joint decision that you should move in here. I mean, for good, with us. Provided we get someone to help us. That way we could see each other every day. It would be easier. What do you think? I've spoken to Pierre about it and he agrees.
I thought you were going to go and live in London.
No, Dad. Why do you keep talking about London? I'm staying in Paris.
Well, I don't understand any of this nonsense. You keep changing your mind. How do you expect anyone to keep up?
But there was never any question of going to London, Dad.
Yes, there was. You told me.
I didn't.
I'm sorry, Anne. You did. You told me the other day. Don't you remember? Oh, you don't remember. Listen, Anne, I have the feeling that you sometimes suffer from memory loss. You do, I'm telling you. It's worrying me. Haven't you noticed?
In any event, I'm not going to Paris. London.
Well, that's a relief. It never stops raining in London.
I'm staying here in Paris, and so is Pierre.
What about me?
You too, Dad. You're staying here.
What about your sister? Where's she?
Dad.
What? If you knew how much I missed her.
He's ill.
Dad, what are you doing standing there? Come and sit down. Come on. Dad. Come on, Dad. Come and sit down.
So it went well.
Yes, it went very well. Don't you agree, Dad?
What?
It went well. You're meeting with Laura.
Oh, yes.
You made her laugh a lot.
Did I?
Yes. She thought you were charming. So she told me she thought you were charming. That you had your ways, but that you were charming. Those are the words she used. She's coming back tomorrow morning to start working here. Oh, like a bit more, Dad?
I would. It's good, this chicken. It's good. Where'd you buy it?
Downstairs.
Oh,
Why?
no reason. It's good.
Pierre?
No, thank you. So, is she doing full days? I mean...
Yes, until 6.
And then?
What do you mean?
After 6.
I'll be here.
Are you satisfied?
With what?
We have a daughter that looks after you very well, don't you? You're lucky.
Well, you're lucky too.
Oh, you think so?
What's the matter with her?
Anne? She's tired, needs a bit of sun.
You need to look after her, my friend. Why don't you get away somewhere?
Why? You want me to tell you why? Sometimes I wonder if you're not doing it on purpose. Anyway, we had planned to go to Corsica 10 days ago.
Oh.
Yes, but we had to cancel at the last minute. Do you know why?
No.
Because of your fight with Isabel.
Isabel.
Yes, the one that was helping you before Laura. Have you forgotten? We weren't able to go and leave you on your own in Paris, so we had to cancel our vacation and bring you over here. And now you're going to be staying here for good, if I understand it correctly. He's forgotten. Amazing.
Stop it.
What?
You're being
A bit what?
rude.
Not at all, Anne. I'm being very patient, believe me.
What are you trying to say?
Nothing.
Yes, you are. Tell me. Why are you telling me how patient you are?
I think that anybody but me,
Yes.
I think anyone else would have pressured you
To what?
to do what the situation calls for and what it calls for.
And that is?
Oh, you know very well.
Where's the chicken? Did you take the chicken away?
Yes. Did you want some?
Yes. Is it in the kitchen?
I'll go get it for you.
Go. I'll go.
Why do you say those things in front of him?
What did I say? He forgets everything anyway.
That's no reason.
Listen, I completely understand your feelings.
No, you don't understand.
No, I do. But what I don't understand is you do so much for him, and I respect you for that. You made the decision to bring him over here, and why not? But how can I genuinely put this? You need to come up with a different solution. He's completely lost it, Anne.
Don't talk like that.
How do you want me to talk? I'm telling the truth. We need to come up with another arrangement.
Such as?
Putting him in an institution?
A home?
Yes, a nursing home. It would be better for him.
Why are you saying this to me today? I mean, when tomorrow there's this girl...
Yes, okay, you're right. Maybe it'll work out really well with this girl. You seem to think she's good. But believe me, no matter how good she is, the moment will come. He is ill and he's ill. Oh.
Dad, what are you doing standing there? Come and sit down. Come on. Dad. Come on, Dad. Come and sit down.
Is he asleep?
Yes, finally.
What a day.
Yep.
Are you alright?
He asked me to sing him a lullaby. Can you believe it? He asked me. He wanted a song. He closed his eyes right away and went to sleep with his mouth open. He looked peaceful. So peaceful.
Yes, but did he hear? I mean...
Yes, you saw. He was there. Yes, he couldn't help hearing.
But he didn't say anything?
No. He looked so sad. He was like a little boy. I told you he asked me to sing him a lullaby. Brought tears to my eyes.
I'm sure.
I remember what sort of man he was. I was scared of him when I was little, if you only knew. He had so much authority. And now, here he is. I sing him a lullaby, and he goes to sleep. I can hardly believe it. It's sad. Terribly sad. And he left?
Yeah. You want a glass?
Please. He was so strange this evening.
Well, you know what I think.
It's worrying me.
Okay. Shall we change the subject?
Yes, I'm sorry. It's good, this wine.
Yes.
I've been thinking about what you said before, about when you said we should put him in a nursing home.
Oh?
Yes, and I've been thinking maybe you were right. Maybe you were right after all.
Did I sleep well? Did I sleep well? How should I know? I suppose so. Oh, I've forgotten the sugar. Sugar!
I'll bring it.
Yes, to put in the... I always take sugar in my coffee in the mornings. I take 2 sugars in my coffee. It's easy. Men fall into 2 groups. Those who take sugar in their coffee and the rest. The whole battle is to know which group you belong to. Personally, I belong to the group of those who take it in their... are you bringing the sugar?
Yes, on my way.
You know, I did not sleep well. I had a terrible nightmare. This man turned up in my apartment. He claimed it was his place. He claimed he was your husband or something along those lines. He threatened me. Oh, hello. What's this? Well, who put this here? Anne? Oh, you might at least consult me before, Anne!
Here, I brought you the sugar.
What?
And you take 2.
Where's Anne?
She went out.
Really? What
Yes.
time is it?
She'll be back by the end of the day.
Why?
I am going to go look for your medication.
Yes, but, just a moment. Wait a minute.
What? I'll be right back. I'm just going to go get your medication.
Yeah. I've lost my watch again. I should have gotten up and gotten dressed before she arrived. I'm not very presentable in my pajamas. What time is it?
Time for your medication. Here we are. Best to take them now and then it's done, don't you think? We have 3 today. There's this one, that little blue one. That's the one you like, your little blue pill. Pretty color, isn't it?
Can I ask you a question?
Yes?
Are you a nun?
No.
Then why are you speaking to me as if I were retarded?
Me?
Yes.
But I'm not. I'm
Yes,
not
you
speaking
are.
to you. Not at
You
all.
little blue pill. You little blue pill.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
It's very unpleasant. Yeah, you'll see what it's like when you get to be my age, which is going to happen sooner than you think, by the way. It's really unpleasant.
I apologize. It won't happen again.
You little blue pill. Have you noticed?
No, what?
It was about the apartment.
What about
Well,
it?
it's changed.
You think so?
Yes. Well, this, for instance. Who put this here?
Well, I don't know. Your daughter, I would imagine.
Obviously. My daughter, obviously. All the same, it's extraordinary, don't you think? I mean, not to even have asked my opinion. Do you know what's being planned for this apartment?
No.
I do. I keep my eyes open. I keep my ears open. I know everything. By the way, I wanted to apologize if I seemed a little bit, well, the last time we met. Perhaps I said a little bit too much, or maybe not enough, don't you think?
No problem. Your daughter warned me. She told me you had your ways.
Oh?
Yes, and you want to know what my response was?
Well, yes.
I said, pleased to hear it.
Did you? Oh, that's so nice. You know, you really look so like Elise. It's amazing. My other daughter, not Anne. No, the one I love.
Anne told me about what happened to her. I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Didn't know about what?
Her accident.
What accident?
What?
What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing. Have you taken your medication? Then let's go get dressed.
You see, you're doing it again.
What?
Well, what you just said. You're speaking to me as if I were retarded.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. Hey, let's go and get dressed. You little blue pill.
Well,
The thing is, I'm very intelligent. Very. Sometimes I even surprise myself. You need to bear that in mind. Do you understand?
yes, I understand. I'll bear it in mind.
It's true. I'm very. Sometimes I even surprise myself. Memory like an elephant. You know, the animal.
Yes, I know. Oh, geez, you've forgotten your pills.
Oh, yes, so I have. What are you doing in there?
Here, I'll go get you another glass
Oh,
of
no,
water.
don't bother. I'll take it with me.
What?
What? With the coffee, you'll see.
Are you sure?
Positive.
You know, it will be easier if I
No,
just
no,
look
it
at
won't.
the-
Come over here. Come, look. Are you watching? Watch. I'll stick them in my gob. Are you watching? All right, here they go. In my mouth. Ah. Can you see? You see?
Mhm.
You see?
Mhm. Yes,
and now,
I'm watching.
watch carefully. Hey, presto. The job is done.
Bravo.
Thank you. You know, I worked for a while in the circus.
Did you?
Yes, I was very talented, especially at conjuring tricks. Do you like magic? Would you like to see a little bit of magic? I need a deck of cards. Do you have one?
No, I don't. Why don't we go get dressed first?
Now?
Yes.
Oh, no, not now.
Yes.
Well, what's the point? I mean, I'll just have to put my pajamas back on this evening. I mean, I might as well save some time.
I understand what you mean, but if you keep your pajamas on all day, then we won't be able to go out.
Oh, well, where did you have in mind?
The park, it's a nice day.
Everything all right?
Oh, yes, we were just going to go get dressed.
Everything going well, Andre? Something the matter?
No.
I just wanted a word with you.
Me?
In fact. Yes.
Well, in that case, I'll go get your things ready.
Wait a minute.
Are you coming with me?
Don't leave me on my own.
What? I'll be right back.
No.
I'll be right in the next room. I'll go get your things ready. I'll be right back.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes?
But I want an honest answer. Nothing fancy. Can you do that for me?
Yes?
Well, How much longer do you intend to hang around getting on everybody's tits?
Me?
Yes, you. I'd like to know your opinion, at least on this subject. I'm curious to know how much longer you intend to hang around getting on everybody's tits. I mean, you intend to go on ruining your daughter's life?
But
Or is it too much to hope that you'll behave reasonably
What
over
are
the
you
next few days?
talking about?
Talking about you, Andre. About you. Your attitude.
Hey, what are you doing? I can't allow this.
You can't allow it?
No.
Suppose I do it again. Then what will you do?
You have to
Yeah.
take me on physically.
Are you saying that to tempt me? You see, there's something I just can't allow. Getting on everybody's tits past a certain age.
What are you doing? I told you to stop
Yes.
that.
I find it. I won't put up with it. I find it totally inappropriate at your age.
Stop it! Did you hear me? I told you to stop it.
All right, I'll stop. If you're going to take it like that. But I hope I've made myself clear that the message has come across. Otherwise, I'm going to have to...
What? What?
What do you think?
Okay, I couldn't find your watch, Dad. We'll have another look later because now the chicken's ready. We can sit down for dinner. Dad, what's the matter? Okay, I couldn't find your watch, Dad. We'll have another look later because now the chicken's ready. We can sit down for dinner. Dad, what's the matter? What's the matter with him?
Oh, I don't know.
Dad, what's the matter? Oh, look at me. Are you all right? Oh, what is it? Oh, what's the matter? Is it because of your watch? Is that the reason, Dad? Oh, he'll find it, I promise you, all right? Oh, I haven't had the time to do a thorough search yet, but we'll find it. You'll be all right now, Let's eat our chicken. Look, you like chicken, don't you, Dad?
What time is it?
Oh, it's 8 o'clock. It's time to eat.
8 o'clock in the evening?
Yes, Dad.
Well, I thought it was morning. I mean, look, I'm still in my pajamas.
No, it's evening, and I've cooked you a chicken. Oh, come on. Come on, let's eat. Come on, Daddy. Oh, it's okay, Daddy. Any left?
Yes, you want some?
Please. He was so strange this evening.
Well, you know what I think.
It's worrying me.
Okay, shall we change the subject?
Yes, sorry. It's good, this wine.
Yes.
I've been thinking about what you said before, about when you said we should put him in a nursing home.
Yes.
Yes, and I was thinking maybe you were right. Maybe you were right after all.
I think I was.
It hurt me so much to see him like that this evening.
Yes.
I had the feeling that he was frightened of you.
I know.
I'm frightened of you too.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. Stop being frightened. Believe me, this is the right decision. And afterwards, we'll be able to lighten up a little bit. Go away somewhere. Wouldn't you like to go away somewhere?
Where?
I don't know, but just a long way away, just the two of us. live a bit. Listen to me. You have no reason to feel guilty. It doesn't make any sense.
Sense? What does make any sense?
Being together, being happy, being alive.
Up already?
I didn't sleep.
Last night?
No, not a wink.
Why? Aren't you feeling well?
Have you seen?
What?
What do you mean what? Look around you. There's no furniture.
So?
So, we've been robbed.
No, we haven't.
But you can see there's nothing here.
It's always been like this, Dad. It's the way the apartment is
Is
designed.
that what you think?
Of course. It's always been like this.
I'm sorry. You're wrong.
I'm not, I don't think. Don't you like it? You think it's a bit minimal.
I think it's horrible. Who's done this? Who designed it?
I did, Dad.
Did you? There's nothing here.
I know, I like it like that, okay? I need a coffee. How about you?
It was furniture. I remember it. There were pieces of furniture all over the place.
You're mixing it up with your apartment, Dad. It's always been like this here. Okay, I'm gonna have a coffee and then we will get dressed.
This early.
Yes, you have a visitor today, remember? Dad, you remember?
My dear, you must stop this habit of repeating yourself over and over again. It gets very boring. Babble, 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 never-ending babble. Of course I remember. How could I forget? You never stop talking about it.
I'm sorry. I wanted to be sure you'd remembered. She shouldn't be long.
This early?
Yes, she's supposed to come for your breakfast. Would you like a little coffee?
I dreamt about her last night.
Laura?
Yes. Well, I think it was her. I can see her face. You know, she really reminded me of your sister.
Laura? Yes, that's what you said yesterday.
Doesn't she remind you?
Yes, perhaps. Anyway, if you like her, I'm happy. I mean, she seems really nice. I mean, sweet and efficient. She'll look after you well.
Yes. I like her.
Well, good. We'd better get you a dress before she arrives, don't you think?
Who?
Laura, your new helper. The one you like.
Oh, yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes. Better to have a jacket on when she arrives.
And pants.
She very much enjoyed meeting you yesterday, you know?
Did she?
She found you very,
Very what?
I can't remember the word she used. Oh, yes, charming. She said you were charming.
Did she?
I must say you did quite a little number on her.
I did?
Yes. You convinced her that you knew how to dance. That you were good at tap dancing?
Me?
Yes.
What did she say?
She said she hoped you'd give her a demonstration one day.
Funny. I didn't even know I knew how to tap dance. Hidden talents.
Apparently, yes.
Tap dancing. Oh, is that her?
I expect so, yes.
Oh, but so soon. I'm not ready. I'm not dressed.
Never mind, you can get dressed later.
I have to get my pants on, and I'm not properly
It
dressed.
doesn't matter.
It does matter.
You can get dressed later. She's outside the door.
Anne,
What?
don't leave me like this. I'm not properly dressed. What's she going to think? I have to get dressed. Well, where are my clothes?
Dad, why do you always make everything so difficult? You can get dressed later. There's nothing to worry
I'll
about.
be mortified.
No, you won't.
No, I have to put my pants on. I'm in my pajamas.
Hello. Oh, hello. Not too late, am I?
No, not at all. Come in, come in.
Oh, thank you.
We were expecting you.
But Anne, who's this? It's not her.
Dad, would you like something to drink? Coffee?
Oh, no, thank you.
Have you had breakfast? Make yourself comfortable.
I don't want her. Where's the one I like? Where is she?
But Dad, what are you talking about? Say hello to Laura.
There's something that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Do you remember me, Andre? We met yesterday. Well, we were starting to get to know one another. And I told you I would come back just to see the way you did things and whether or not I could help. Do you remember? Oh, you don't remember. Do you remember, Andre? Do you remember? Do you remember?
I need to talk to you, Dad. I've spoken to Pierre.
Yeah,
Pierre, Dad. I've spoken to him.
I don't care for him, that fellow.
He's not a fellow, Dad. He's the man I love. Anyway, I've spoken to him, and remember at first when you came? How can I put this? I was wondering if it wouldn't be better to... What do you think of this room? It's quite nice, isn't it?
It looks onto the park.
Yes, it's very nice. It's like being in a hotel, don't you think?
That's what all the residents say.
I think you might be better off here.
Where?
Here. I was wondering if it wouldn't be more reassuring, nicer for you if we came to a joint decision that you should move in here. What do you think?
Well, what about you? What are you going to do? Where are you going to sleep? Which room?
If you remember, I'm going to go and live in London.
No, you're not.
I am. Remember? I told you about this, remember?
But you said, are you sure?
Yes.
You told me you were going to live here with me.
No. I have to go. It's important. I'll come back and see you. Occasional weekends.
What about me?
You'll stay here in Paris.
All on my own. What about your sister? Where is she?
Dad.
What? If you knew how much I missed her.
I miss her too, Dad. I miss her too. We all miss her.
I doing here?
It's time.
I didn't ask about the time. I asked, what am I doing here?
Well, how do you mean?
Well, who put this bed here in the middle of the living room? Anne! Oh, this is getting out of hand. I'm sorry to say this, but it is really starting to get out of hand.
Now, don't get upset.
I'm not upset. I'm just saying. You don't put a bed in the middle of the living room. It just doesn't make any sense. Where's Anne?
Look, I brought you your medication.
Why don't you take your own medication? What are you, a nurse?
Yes.
Oh, I see. Oh, you are. So that's it. You're a nurse.
Yes.
Oh, I see. That's what I was thinking. You're the type. A typical nurse. What are you doing here?
Sorry?
What are you doing here?
Oh, looking after you.
Oh, looking after me, don't say.
Yes.
For how long?
For quite some time now.
Oh, for quite some time now. Oh, amazing. I'm happy to hear it. Nobody tells me anything in this house anymore. Everything's always just a fait accompli. I really need a little word with Anne. This is really starting to... but I thought we were getting a new one.
A new what?
Nurse. A new nurse. I met her the other day, didn't I? The one who reminded me of my daughter, Elise.
All right. Will you take your medication?
She was supposed to start this morning. Laura. Wasn't she?
I think you're getting mixed
No,
up.
the one who reminded me of Elise.
Andre, I really think you're getting mixed up. Okay.
All right. Let's take this medication, all right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not timed to the minute, is it? Well, what time is it?
It's time for your medication.
Oh, no. Oh, I've lost my watch. You don't know where, do you? I've lost my watch. Anne! Anne!
Oh, your daughter isn't here, Andre.
Oh, where is she? Is she gone out?
If you remember, your daughter lives in London.
No. She thought about going to London, but in the end, it didn't happen.
She's been there several months.
What? My daughter? In London? Now listen, it never stops raining in London.
Look, yesterday, this postcard, we read it together. Do you remember?
What is this nonsense?
Look, I tell you this every day. You ought to remember by now. Your daughter lives in London because she met a man named Pierre, who she now lives with, but she comes to see you sometimes.
Anne?
Yes, occasionally on the weekends. She comes here. Oh, she tells you about her new life and what she's been up to. Well, the other day, she brought you some tea because you like tea.
Me? I detest tea. I only drink coffee.
But it's very good tea.
Everything all right?
Oh, everything's fine. We're just about ready to get dressed.
Everything all right?
There you are.
Thanks. Have a nice day.
See you later.
Him, that one. Who is that?
Who?
Him, who just left.
Oh, that's Oliver.
Oliver?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Oh, yes, why?
No, it's just that, I don't know how to put this exactly, but, what is he doing here? I mean, in my apartment. Do I know him?
Yes. He's Oliver, and you see him every day.
Do I? And you?
What?
I'm sorry to ask this, but my mind's gone blank. You? Who exactly are you?
I'm Martine.
Martine. Yes, that's right. Martine. And he's Oliver.
Yes.
And what about me?
What about you?
Me? Who exactly am I?
Oh, you? Oh, well, you're Andre.
Andre. Nice name, Andre, don't you think?
It's a very nice name.
My mother gave it to me. I imagine. Did you know her?
Who?
My mother.
Oh, no.
She had very big eyes. I can see her face. I hope she comes and visits me here. Do you think you were saying that she might come and visit me occasionally on the weekends?
Your daughter?
Oh, my mother!
Oh.
I want my mom! I want my mom!
Oh.
I want my mom! I want to get out of here!
Oh, no.
Have someone come and get me! I want my mom! Have my mom come and pick me up! I want to go back home!
Oh, but Andre, what is the matter? Tell me what the matter is.
I feel as if I'm losing all of my leaves, one after another.
Your leaves? What are you talking about?
The branches and the wind. Oh, I don't understand what's happening anymore. Do you understand what's happening? All this business about the apartment now, you don't know where you can lay your head down anymore. I do know where my watch is, on my wrist. That I do know. For the journey. If not, we might not know when I might have to.
Oh, first let's go get dressed, shall we?
Yes.
Okay, we'll go get dressed and then we'll go have a walk in the park, all right?
Yes.
Good, and all the trees and leaves. And then we'll get something to eat in the dining room, and then you'll take a siesta, all right? And if you're doing well, we'll take another walk in the park, just the two of us, okay? Because it's a nice day out, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, the sun's out, and it doesn't last very long. We'll have to make the most of it. So let's go get dressed, shall we? Oh, Andre, don't be a baby. You'll be all right in a minute. You'll be all right. You'll be all right.
Anyway, this is our 62nd season. The CPG's been in operation for over 6 decades, so give yourself a hand. We're an all-volunteer independent theater group, so we don't take any of your tax dollars, we don't get any government grants. We make it all on ticket sales and ad sales in our program and donations. This year we had almost $14,000 ad we sold in the program. And we had donors, you'll see on page 28, that contributed almost $7,000 to keep this season possible. So take these programs home if you want, look at them more carefully, and if you see these folks around town, please take a minute to thank them for their support of the performing arts. It's that support that allows us to bring you timely and relevant like the one tonight. The Father by Florian Zeller, it premiered in Paris in 2012, and it won the Moliere Award that year for Best Play. It moved on to London in 2014, where it was awarded the Olivier Award for Best Play. And then in 2016, it moved to Broadway. in the Manhattan Theater Club produced it for about 260 performances, and it was nominated for the Tony that year for Best Play and for Best Actor. And we're glad we could bring it to you here in Sheridan, so you didn't have to go to New York to see it.
Thank you.
It is rated PG-13, not because of any kind of language or anything, it's because of a uniquely adult topic. It's dementia. And you see it, and it's framed through the unique perspective of a person that has dementia. So things change, people change. It's very, very confusing. So it's almost like a mystery. There's 15 scenes in this play. So we'd ask you, please don't applaud after each scene, even if it's worth it. Hold your applause till the end of the play. The first few productions, people were clapping after every scene, and the thing took forever to finish. It's only 96 minutes, so we should have you out of here a little after 9. If you have any electronic devices, please turn them off. We have 2 more plays this season. Our next one is called In Game. It's by Samuel Beckett, and it's directed by Josh Hansen. It opens here at the Carriage House March 23rd and runs for 3 weekends, Friday through Sunday. Our last play of the season is a co-production between the YO and the CPG, entitled I Do, I Do. It's directed by Aaron Kranz, and it opens May 10th at the Mars Black Box Theater. And it runs for 2 weekends, Thursday through Sunday. That's it. Enjoy the show, and we should have you out here a little after 9. And it's okay to laugh.
I hope it's okay to cry. That's what I